WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Hey, welcome to the JBW Web DBWDD.com or RevRevShow.com. Oh, yes! Fucking asinine.
Can you give me a massage? I love you.
Holla at you. Ooh, girl.
Seriously.
Hello, Papa.
Some shit like that. You gotta do the Rocky Mountain Ride.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck with. Boy. Ain't everybody getting the Rocky Mountain Ride?
WJBW.
You don't want to.
Welcome back, WJBW. All right, hang tight on the line there, caller. WJBW Network's proud to present the JB Rev Show. Every week we get together, venerate talented people, talk with our fellow man, learn a little bit about them, and then work to give you kind of the bird's eye, fly on the wall benefit of the conversation. It's WJBWNetworks.com, the JB Rev Show. The Rev is across the way from me. How you doing over there, Bubba?
I'm good, man.
You doing it? Good.
I'm doing it.
We got a couple of mystery guests in the room. James, David, Dave or David?
Dave or David.
All right, Dave or David, welcome. We're going to talk about what you guys do a little bit later. We have a 7:30 call with a badass DJ I met actually at Cush Ultra Lounge. His name is Prince with a S, not a C. Prince Adam will be giving us a call probably about 7:30. But right now we open up the show with kind of a mystery call, I guess. So we want to, of course, welcome you to the program, Mystery Caller. How the hell are you tonight? Welcome. And where are you at? What are you doing? Who are you?
I ain't no mystery. I work for you. I'm in the field. I'm a man on the street in Alabama.
Yeah, you're a mystery.
Hi, you.
You're not on the payroll. Hi, you. Hi, you.
Yeah, we know it's him.
JB. Hi, you.
Who am I?
I'm doing good. Thank you. That's
I heard a woman.
Who am I?
I kind of like that, really.
Who am I?
Is that the Reverend? Hi, you.
No, that's not the Reverend. This is you. All right, so you're out in Alabama. There's a big vote out there tonight, I guess, for a Senate seat.
Yeah, there's a big vote out here.
And you're going to... Oh, what's going on?
The audience out there?
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Sounded like one little girl.
Big event here with Mr. Moore is up for election today in Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're covered.
Yep. You, JB, and the Reverend should be here. In fact, the Reverend would do really well in Alabama with that name.
What?
Yeah, I would.
Yes, I do, man.
Okay.
Hi, y'all. How
So
y'all
we're doing great. We're doing great. Let's get over the opening niceties. And do you have any kind of meat for us on the bone over there as far as what you're doing? What's happening?
I sure do. I'm outside here in City Hall. You know, all the audience out there, all the people coming up to vote. It's a big
Coming out
night
to vote.
tonight.
They've already...
Yep, sure is.
Okay, so it's Central Time, so you got less than an hour of voting time, I guess, out there right now, I think.
Well, we got about an hour left to talk to you.
What? No, you're not going to talk to us for an hour. That's not going to happen.
Is good old boy Roy still leading the polls over there, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he is, definitely. I think Mr. Moore is our boy.
Okay, so
and he's just sitting in tall cotton, yes, sir.
He's sitting in tall cotton. I don't know what that means. So you live in Alabama.
Talk here.
All right, you live in Alabama. You tried to claim
I
that
sure do. I live
you're
here.
on our
Yes,
payroll,
yes,
but that's not true. Okay, so...
What?
All right. So, listen, what do you think...
Oh, hold on. Here's somebody walking by.
What's the voting age out there?
Little girl. I think she's 21.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
No, of course you do.
This might be Roy's girlfriend.
Yeah, hold on. I got to talk to her. Who are you voting for? I'm voting for Moore. Oh, I think you heard that.
Yeah. Was that
silver?
Who am I?
Was that Roy's girlfriend?
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for that. The Man on the Street report. We really appreciate you out there.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you doing
I
that.
had about an hour to talk to you, actually.
All right. Nope, no, you do not. We got to keep moving, but you can call us back later in the show. If that
Let me tell you
would that be okay? You could call us back
a
little later.
polarized or politically affiliated with any party or something like that. But what I've been hearing out here, you vote for more, you get more.
That makes sense.
I just made that up.
Yeah.
I think it sounds pretty good.
It's hilarious. Good one.
It was a good one.
That was a good one. All right, caller, thank you so much for warming up our phone lines. We really appreciate
Warmed
that.
them up.
Any closing
Hey, is the Reverend
thoughts?
there? Is the Reverend there?
Of course he is, yeah.
Barely.
Hey, Reverend, you should come out here. You should come out here and preach about Mr. Moore.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We'll think about it. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, caller. Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, there you go. Welcome to the JB Rev Show. Anything can happen. It's all unpredictable. We do have open phone lines for the majority of the show because we have some in-studio guests that we're going to be able to chat with here.
Sitting right across from
us. So that phone number, 407-906-9328. Call us on that line. You could text us there if you're scared and you'd rather just text, so you can do all that stuff. But been a little while. How you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you.
Good, man.
You doing good? What'd you do this weekend? You went to Oz reunion, or no? You went to Visage. Visage.
Yeah,
And for people that don't know, Visage was a badass club in kind of a strip mall, in the Rymar drive-in area kind of over there that was totally kind of underground, but all the goth, when late 80s, early 90s, that whole, and some pretty big people played out at Visage. Trent Reznor, 9 Inch Nails, I think. Just a huge list. So you went
Jane's
to the
Addiction, Red Hot Chili
Jane's Addiction,
Peppers, Love and Rockets. Depeche Mode.
Just amazing coming through to Orlando to this little, strip mall off of Edgewood kind of a thing. I don't know. What is that? Rosemont over there? I don't know what that is.
I mean, it's
Rosemont, technically.
high crime now.
High
crime. It wasn't necessarily, low crime back then, but, there wasn't much out there back then.
Yeah.
There's a lot more.
Now. Yeah. So you went to that. It was at iBar this weekend. How the hell was that? It was a good time. You get to see a bunch of people.
But you know what? This Friday, I'm actually DJing for...
We talked about this last week.
Yeah, I'm DJing for Kimball's birthday party.
So out at the Iron Cow.
At the brand new Iron Cow. This is the first event going on.
That's
and
incredible.
It's for Kimball's
They're christening
birthday.
with
50th.
The Reverends opening up for Kimball Collins out there.
Kimball Collins and Rudiment. Rudiment's also playing.
Rudiment as well.
Yeah, that's right. See? So that'll be cool.
That's remarkable. So good.
Remarkable.
So we want to make sure we talk about that. We got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
And as usual, the weekends up at Cush Ultra Lounge, trying to play whatever the hell you want us to play, and some reggae and disco and all that other stuff. But let me see. Let's do a time check.
That's an interesting place, by the way.
Yeah. You've been there. All right. So in studio,
that's where we met.
In studio across the way
right.
is James. James, you do a lot of cool stuff. I saw DetroitDeviant.com and then another website.
Yeah.
And so I figured, let's do this. Let's talk about that one a little later after our call so we can dive into that. But let's talk about the Detroit Deviant because I thought that was pretty cool. Are these factory or are these reconditioned factory parts for Lincolns?
Yeah. So basically, I've been restoring a '68 Lincoln Continental, big car. Suicide doors.
Yeah,
right.
And I've restored a lot of cars over the years and boats and motorcycles and stuff. And basically, it comes down to someone's calling. I design parts for myself.
Okay.
And there's a cult following of guys that I've met through the internet in different groups. Now it's basically some Facebook groups.
That's awesome.
Went from the forums to
the forums into that's a big thing for gearheads of people that want to do that.
Most of those guys are hardcore Lincoln dudes.
So that's awesome. Well, we'll cut back to that in a minute. I think this is our friend calling in early. Hey, welcome to WJBW. Who does be?
Hey, this is Adam. Prince Music.
There he is. What's up, brother?
Good to hear you, JB.
Yeah, good to hear from you. I'm doing great. Hey, thanks so much for being able to call in, man. I totally appreciate the fact because I think that you've got some cool DJ skills. You use a couple different pieces of equipment. I wanted to talk a little bit about that, but you're also an artistic guy. You got some badass tats. Kind of believe in that whole stuff that Orlando's all about. But give us some sense. We always love to hear about.
Tats.
He does, man. His tattoos are so intricate.
Okay.
And I forget who he said he uses, but they're phenomenal, dude.
Who's that for the tattoos?
Oh yeah. So who do you use for the tattoos? We'll start with that. Hold on.
For the tattoos, my tattoo artist name is Leif Olson.
Leif.
Leifolson. He's a really awesome friend of mine that works out of a shop called Bad Fellow Tattoo down in Pompano.
Okay.
Probably some of the best color work you'll probably ever see in your life. You can find him at
it's remarkable.
_old_son at Instagram as well to take a look at everything.
Okay.
Amazing color artist. Free hands, everything. Just beautiful.
Is it L-A-E-F?
L-E-I-F.
L-E-I-F. Oh, okay. Like Leif, what was that guy's name? Leif Erikson?
Garrett.
Garrickson. Hold on. Leif's son.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, cool. So, that's the answer to the tattoo question.
right on.
Oh, I think I see him.
Okay.
You win a prize, Dave.
Badass tats.
Badass tats, dude.
You said it.
Badasstats.com.
I
you're
said it
hitting
kind
on
of
it,
cheesy.
dude.
Oh,
No,
no.
it's like you're
well,
coming
no,
on
I
to
just
him.
saw them over the weekend. It was like, what the hell?
Badass
Here's a little
tats,
sample.
bro.
What?
What? See? It comes with sound effects.
They're playing in the background a little bit.
there,
Prince music.
All right.
We're going to cut over to that. Hang tight. Hang tight on that. Bring that back. Cue that back up.
You'll enjoy that one.
Yeah. So that's a good mix.
Together for you all tonight.
Nice.
All right. So on the line with Adam. Adam, how do you pronounce your last name? Wolfert?
Worley.
Whirly.
Worley.
Like a bird.
Worley.
Worley.
Yep.
Adam Worley.
Whirly bird.
Give us a sense of when you kind of started doing music, because you got a couple DJs in the room, obviously, gearhead, artist, creator guys, preservationalist. Is that something? No? Okay.
I suppose it probably
Dave
is.
has no idea.
And let's not forget, I'm an avid thimble collector.
Yeah, he collects thymbles,
Yep.
but yeah,
Bringing
give us
that
some
shit back, bro.
How'd you get
Give a
into that?
fuck.
Do you have a musical family, or give us some sense around there?
Well, starting out, like, growing up, I've been involved in music probably since I was, like, 7, like, recorders and violins and pianos and guitars, and then just more instruments along the way, and then DJing just came up because I just started to like various sounds that you can create on computers.
Yeah, and
then blending all those things together.
Yeah, you use a couple of hot pads. What are they called? Grandma? Abletons?
A couple of Novation launch pads, along with a Behringer MM1, a Reloop Contour, and then I even have a Zone K2, and everything's fully custom mapped. So there's like probably about like 800 plus buttons across different pages and everything on the controllers.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal, mind-blowing way to say, how can I manipulate this song to make something original? And you do just that. You have a great sound. And people, if they want to check you out, I think Facebook page is Prince Music. Hold on.
Prince Music, and that'll also send you on SoundCloud. You just follow that up with Prince Music.
Prince Music with an S, and that's not the music, but the Prince. Prince Music.
And music is with a K.
Right. What? And music is with a K. No, it's not. Come on.
No,
Anyway.
music's with a C.
Prince with an S. Music with a K.
Music.
The M is really an upside down W.
What? I know over the years you played some different festivals, kind of done avant-garde stuff. Were you from Orlando, or where were you from originally?
My family's moved so much. I moved up to Orlando from South Florida.
Okay.
That was for a bulk of my growing up. But I've lived all over, so music inspirations have come from lots of different places. Last, probably favorite place was Vegas, but everywhere in the U.S. I've probably been to, if not just traveling, living in for a year or two.
Right. And kind of catching the whole vibe of the scene or the festival that you're at. What are some big things that you say, hey, I want to? Are there things that you want to do with music in the regards of things that are challenging? Do you want to play with a live sax player? Do you have aspirations for that kind of collaborative stuff, or?
Yeah, actually, it's me and my lady, we've been trying to put together some jazz, hip hop, electronic mixes and things like that, with a couple separate vocalists and everything. It's a project. especially having her trying to pick up saxophone over the past year. So it's just a project getting everything together, but it's working out. We should have some good fun things in the next coming months.
Oh, so that's excellent. So actually,
make sure to send it out your way too.
Look, yeah, send it to us because every week we want to make sure we're showcasing talented people, and especially if you're here in Orlando. And the funny thing is Orlando's a crazy town, especially in the regards of
that is funny.
No, I'm just saying it's crazy. There's not like all these venues
crazy.
where it's like, hey, come be a DJ, or you have to kind of get into a little like the Infiltrate, Celebrate, or get into like a little existing plug and play, infrastructure. So that's badass, and that's exactly why I wanted to talk to you now. Kind of turn people on that listen to us to you, give them a little bit of a sample, and encourage them to go check your ass out. So we're going to repost all your stuff, but I know that you got some other commitments after this. So I wanted to make sure we kept it kind of short. But any other sites? You repeat the site out there. I'm at Prince Prinse Music on SoundCloud.
Yes, exactly. You can find me right there anytime. And I'll always be posting some regular things every other week.
Very cool. So,
right on.
Good deal.
Cool.
Well, you rock, brother. Appreciate you being able to do that. We'll let your kind of sounds get us out of here. Hey, give a little taste of Prince music.
All right, enjoy it all.
Thank you, brother.
Yep. Have a good night.
My message on Messenger. I sent you the video that I want you to play for the Revelation.
That's pretty dope. All right, that's pretty cool.
Oh,
I like
we're
that
live?
stuff. Yeah, we're still we were just peeping
damn.
it. Sorry. Anyway, I'll go ahead and share that
Bro.
out. Man, come on,
Could've
man.
told
What's the
him.
I
matter?
thought we
What's the matter with you, man? Oh my
Douche.
God, man.
Making me
Anyway,
look
all right. Well, this
stupid.
has been a crazy start to the show, I will say. Normally we're way more regimented and have a little bit more structure.
That's
so in
douchey
saying
collar
that,
on.
well, no, I wanted to get Adam Worley's music sent over to me, so I could download it and have it, so we could roll some. But he sent a pretty dope kind of a quick mix track to us, especially for this. So we appreciate that. I think that is glorious. So let us do this. Let's get our heads about our necks, make sure we've got everything kind of put together, and come back after this little track from Catharsis. The JB Rev Show.
WJBW.
You don't want this.
The electronics are so predominant that people would really prefer that.
Asshole.
So we're back,
WJBW,
guys.
welcome back.
Scab
The
with your
JB
rap.
Rev Show. Catharsis. Is that right? Catharsis. She
Catharsis.
passed away. Did you like kind of the gloomy, grimy sounds of
man.
that?
It was very
but before
gloomy,
that,
grimy.
again, we spoke with Prince
Delicious.
Music, and so we're shoveling it all in.
Not
but
me.
we were interrupted.
By Douchey
we're
Boy.
talking with no, that was the first call.
That was the first guy.
That was our
It's a reporter on the street.
Alabama reporter, I
Yeah,
guess. So
Alabama
we got
douche.
that. We got that going in.
Yep.
And he said it. He said Alabama douche. What? No, we're getting a
Still
text
never got the
messages.
polling numbers.
Someone was offended by everything you said.
Me?
Whatever. Yeah. No, I'm just.
I haven't
kidding.
even.
I know.
I haven't
That's
even
what
started.
Hasn't even got started
That's
yet.
what makes it so
Yeah.
funny.
Exactly.
You haven't even really done anything wrong. Yeah, man. Come on.
All
Come
right.
on. We can
There
do
you
it.
go. All right.
Let's do it all
There you
day. All right. He's throwing something at me in the anyway.
Yeah.
So we were talking with James and Dave about DetroitDeviant.com, basically restoring Lincoln's a particular year. Is it a year?
Yeah,
or-
it is. It's
Okay.
61 to 69.
Okay.
Lincoln Continentals.
Billy
Those
Dill
were,
used to have
those were
one.
the years with
Oh,
the
really?
suicide
Yeah.
doors. And so basically that just started with me restoring this car and designing parts for it because there's really no parts available. There's really no reproduction
phenomenal.
parts, so it's not like restoring a Camaro or a Mustang or something where you can just flip through a catalog. You actually have to restore these cars. So it's a pretty hardcore following of guys. They're really expensive cars to restore.
Right.
And so basically I would design a part and throw it up on the forum, be like, hey, dudes, check out, this part I'm making. And then all of a sudden, I'd get 10 guys going, oh, we'll make that part for me too. So been sitting on a whole bunch of ideas for a long time. And Dave was working on the other thing, the grinder store. So we
Right.
decided to kind of join forces and work together on these projects. So we've really just been going full force with Detroit Deviant for a couple of months. And actually, it's been going really well so far. Almost overwhelming how many orders we've got coming in. And
yeah, so it's been a great response. Opened up a website, and like I said, like James said, with the forums and Facebook, just getting it out there,
Getting the word out.
getting the word out there, because there is not a whole lot of parts, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of guys.
It's a
scratching.
real narrow avenue.
it is.
sounds
It's
like.
super
It's a
niche,
narrow
we call
market.
it, for sure. So.
Yeah, so there, it's a scramble to find new old stock for rebuilding cars, trying to do concourse show models. But then there's a bunch of guys looking to just build up their cars, little hot rod, rat rods, whatever you want to.
Yeah, so even the market in that car group of the 61 to 69s, you have the kind of
The mod guys.
the old school guys that if
make a
if
hot
you
rod.
lower. Well, I'm referring right now to the guys that want it to be perfectly stock. God forbid you would lower them or put wheels on them. Kind of
The Puritan.
the Puritans.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then our market is really more of the hot rod guys that are lowering them, putting the airbag suspension systems. So we're making like billet components for the engine compartment and stuff like that. So we're just getting started with it. We've got, I forget what the count was. We had maybe 50 to 80 parts in my mind that we could make for these
Yeah.
cars, and right now we're only at like 5 or 6. So we're
Incredible.
just getting
so
just
you
getting
could really
started, so.
scale up with this thing, and
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the idea is to build a brand and then
Yeah.
expand to other cars. So
That makes sense.
we're going to hit a ceiling at some point with
Yeah.
this particular car.
Yeah.
So we'll probably do some old school Cadillac stuff, some '60s Cadillacs, and
Nice.
and then probably we're going to have to pick some sort of modern new car that somebody some hot car that comes out on the market from a big manufacturer like Ford or GM or something that we can
Right.
that they're going to be building hundreds of thousands
like a
of.
Mustang.
The problem. Not that they're bad cars at all, but the problem with like Mustangs is that there's already a super
big,
strong
Oh, yeah.
aftermarket
What
part.
are you going to do?
So how do you
gotta
compete?
find another
Yeah.
white rabbit?
So
as
like
it were.
like the car my daily driver is kind of a niche car. I drive a Cadillac and a CTS-V, and they don't make a lot of those cars. Most people don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I know what it is.
So that's something I'm probably built some parts for since I already own one, and it's easy to. I got it sitting
Yeah.
right there, so I can
You got the perfect
design parts for it. Like,
template,
yeah.
right?
So
I mean, if you really want like a 600 horsepower golf club carrier,
right,
it's good to go.
Go for the Cadillac for sure.
Now, what I find interesting is you were talking earlier how you actually create these parts by hand with you first use like potting mold, right? Like pottery.
Different ways. That's a whole nother story, really. But
okay, like Ghost.
Yeah, sure. We could do the ghost thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not on the table. No.
I thought this.
Yeah.
I guess this is a funny story. It's kind
Is this like
awkward
a private joke you're
and
doing on a
uncomfortable.
public?
No.
The famous scene from Ghost, where
you gotta you do like the reach around, you know.
Totally.
The reach around.
Yeah,
that's why they're still partners.
Right. Yeah.
business partner.
Yeah. It's one of the things I always have to clarify. Like, this is my partner, Dave, and I'm like, my business partner. You know? It's like,
we live in progressive times.
Yeah,
indeed.
we do.
I've seen that show, Modern Family.
Yeah,
it's
a girl asked us today if we were brothers, actually, because we're starting to look like each other.
Puts a weirder spin on it.
Yeah,
and you went Bear Brothers. We're Bear Brothers because I thought that's what you guys were when I first met you.
That's kind of the company.
This is the week we're talking to the Bears,
right? Yeah,
no. But that's kind of.
I don't have a very hairy chest.
What is the name of the shop where people can actually buy? They can do it through DetroitDeviant.com.
Yeah, the car part stuff is DetroitDeviant.com. The grinder store is thegrinderstore.com.
Well, if they go to that first site, they're going to see a Lincoln logo on a grinder and then like a little slick one-hitter thing too. So
that's right. So that's a little blend of the two companies.
That's a little
try to cross it over.
Yeah. Well, that's a little introduction. But I think that goes to say to your ingenuity and creative, talents that you got and you're bringing to bear. I think that part of it is awesome because we normally, talk with entrepreneurs like innovators, artists, musicians, and left field kind of stuff sometimes. So I appreciate that.
Well, there's something James didn't tell you about being an entrepreneur and all, and how that this it enveloped into the grinder. Is he first started a grinder, with the guys thing, and he started that whole thing.
Is my mic on or I don't know? Oh, my headphones are on. All right. I don't know what the hell the Reverend's talking about over there.
Oh well,
we got technical difficulties going on over here.
I don't think you want to know it. It had to do with grinders and. You still can't hear me either, but
Oh, there you go. All right, I'm back.
Okay, that's the app grinder.
He was always there.
The app grinder.
The app grinder.
It's
a
gay dating site.
That's not the grinder.
No, well, he knows what it because he started it,
right.
and then he moved on. He sold that, and then he started the grinder.
So I'm a multi-gajillionaire because I sold my grinder app.
It's a great idea.
Exactly.
That's
why I was very surprised that you were here in studio with us.
That and all the millions I made on
Keep it
Bitcoin
local.
this last week or two.
Yeah,
So-
Bitcoin. It's
that's right.
See,
You could be a millionaire.
Could have been.
Could have
if I
been.
would
That's,
just acted on one of
even
the
4 or 5 years ago, right? That's, if you bought it that $20, $30, whatever it was a share,
10 cents.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I think too, though, it's kind of getting that pulling it out of there at some certain point, because at some certain point it starts to arc downward, like everything. It can't go up forever, as we all know.
Yeah, I mean, it hit like 18,000 this week, so at some point it's gonna have a big crash, I'm sure. I'd be pulling my money out like
it's
crazy
all digital.
right now.
Anyway, all right.
Yeah,
Well,
we're getting way off topic.
We're talking with James and Dave of
talking about
Detroit
grinder. Now, you guys first
Deviant.com.
met was grinder, and so you developed it.
And then
into the grinder.
Yeah, I guess that segues over. Okay, so there's kind of one line of business, right? Yeah. Okay, so what I thought we'd do, Reverend, if you're prepared.
I'm prepared.
Not really.
Straight up.
Let's go to your revelation. What do you say?
The revolution.
No.
Oh, no,
Let's
the
go
revelation.
to your revelation. Are you ready?
This is some nice island music, actually.
So we're going to chill out, and then we're going to come back and talk a little bit about grinders.
Yeah.
Take telephone calls. We're going to close that thing down. Close that down. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Close down the line. All right, because I'm playing this from YouTube. We'll post this to the Reverend's page on WJBWnetworks.com after the episode. But for now, enjoy Long Island Sound, Last Place You Look. Rev, you want to tell us a little about your revelation?
It's just Long Island Sound, yeah. Last place you look, man. That's the best way to say it. Yeah. You heard me. JB Rev Show.
WJBW.
The cheese machine right there. That was JB all
You
day.
could install Nest products on your own.
So
it's easy.
Now you can play a commercial. See? That's some good production work over there, buddy.
Yeah,
good job.
I didn't realize.
So listen, that was
Wow.
Long Island Sounds
Wowie.
we're listening
Yeah.
to. And with last thing you're looking up or last thing you're looking for, some last thing you do.
Wow.
It's off the new EP. It just came out 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And it's I'll be actually playing off that
Holla
track.
at ya.
Put a track off that EP Friday night.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah,
Friday night,
for,
Iron Cow. There you go. Tie
Iron
your
Cow
little
for,
musical pin in with your
Kimmel's
own
birthday.
selfless promotion.
50th birthday. Kimmel Collins.
Emasculating
Yeah,
yourself
man.
with
Yeah.
self-promotionals. I don't know.
No. Just kind of going with
It's
the flow there, buddy.
CBD, self-promotional
All right.
oil, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. In the
Word.
room with James and Dave again,
Yeah.
talking about DetroitDeviant.com. And then we stumble into the kind of grinder side of it. Now, you guys have got a whole online store set up for people to go to.
We do.
And these are all custom grinders. What's that website again?
Yeah, it's the grinderstore.com.
Thegrinderstore.com. And this is pretty cool. Is it a derivative of Detroit Deviant? Like, how did that whole thing flower from one to the other? How do you
It
make
kind of
it?
flowered from we shared for like a year and a half. We had a shared workshop with 4 dudes. And so we were all kind of doing our own things. And so the grinder store is Dave's baby. He's been working on that for a couple years, I guess.
Yeah, I think you said he kind of had that. Yeah. Okay.
And then the Detroit Deviant was actually started from a car club that I had with some other buddies. So with the Detroit being like these cars from Detroit, so some of the guys had like Bel Airs, and it wasn't all just Lincolns. And then the Deviant being different from the normal, so it was customized old Detroit iron type cars. So and then that just kind of evolved into like my Instagram name at the time, and then on the forums, and then I was like, well, I'm just going to use that for my business. And I used to have a custom motorcycle shop here in Orlando called Deviant Design. So I already been using the word Deviant in like my business name since 2003.
Is that in Seminole County? Where is it?
Yeah, we were right up next to the Seminole Harley Davidson.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
okay.
So
yeah, I remember
had
seeing that.
like a 10,000 square foot shop there, and
damn.
I had a partner, Jay-Z Riders, and we had 15 employees or something, and building custom choppers. And
what happened with that?
2008 happened.
Oh,
with that.
2000. What happened with that? Yeah, what's about to happen next year?
Yeah, so let's see. People just all of a sudden didn't have 50 or 80 grand to buy custom motorcycles, and it just we closed and all that good stuff. So anyway, so Dave and I, we work together, and so we're like, let's just kind of join forces here on these projects we've been working on, and push each other really to go, more hardcore with it, to where we're actually going to be making money, making a living.
Try to make a little scratch.
Right, little scratch is always good. Pay the bills. So our design studio that we have now, we just moved into, got it all set up. So it's basically like it's an awesome, if guys, if they're into like making stuff,
it's like the total.
It's like a dream shop. You come in there.
It's not the man cave. It's the man fabrication shop.
So you come in there. We've got every tool you could probably imagine.
Do little YouTube tours, or do that
we
yet?
do have a couple YouTube channels that we're kind of slowly working on.
So right through what is it? The Grinder Shop.
Thegrinderstore.com.
Thegrinderstore.com. People can hook up with social.
Yeah. Instagram, mostly.
Yeah, Instagram is our main method of
it's a way to get the image.
It's the it thing.
Yeah.
At least for me.
So we try to post, every day, something. And so in the shop we've got, full metal fabrication. We have 2 lasers, fiber and a CO2 laser, and we have all kinds of sheet metal tools and
full machine shop,
machine shop, mills, lathes, everything. So I mean, we can pretty much prototype anything. So
it's basically the accumulation of his and mine 10 years worth of hoarding.
Yeah,
tool addiction,
like your dream,
industrial equipment,
dream fabrication
shop.
Right,
yeah. Like some girls, they like shoes. We buy tools.
Right.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
So when it comes to designing car parts, basically, we're looking at something going, oh, this is an ugly factory part. Well, how can we make this look better? So obviously, if you have the car right there, we just kind of start reverse engineering, measuring, and then we utilize the lasers a lot to do quick prototype work where we can, make our little prototype, check the fit, cut it out of plastic or wood or cardboard or whatever before we would send it off to get,
What about, I bet you got these 3D printers on your wish list, don't you?
Yeah, they are high on the wish list. We do have a direct line to a couple of 3D printers that we utilize sometimes. But
that's incredible. Talking with Dave and James over there and Reverend's over there. And it's the JB Rev Show. I think what's cool, though, is there's a certain level of nobility that goes into, hey, I'm taking this little tiny idea, right? and I'm turning it into something. So I want to say hats off to you guys, and it's not to like, hey, lay back, we'll buy it because, you still got a long way to go. But I think there's a lot of headroom in where you're going with this.
It's, this is, obviously I had that business before, which ultimately failed, but, you always learn and there's nothing like being self-employed and doing something that you love and being able to just, you get up every day and go, man, how can I do this better? It's very hard, if you've never had a business or run a business, you really don't have any idea how hard it is, and mostly just dealing with like the government and the IRS and all of the taxes and all of the stuff that's in the way of what you want to do, which is just make stuff.
We just want to make cool shit.
Well, hit these. I'm going to mess it up one more. TheGrinderStore.com?
You've got it.
I got
TheGrinderStore.com.
Dave is happy with me.
So the grinders, there's something that Dave started doing a few years ago.
You got incredible designs on there.
Yeah, we brought a few here for you guys to check out.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. We should take some pictures. Rev, are you capable over there?
Yeah. Over the last...
So online on the store, we've got about 230 active designs that are out there. And they're... using anodized aluminum 4-piece grinders. Most of the stuff that we carry is all black, and that's just because black engraving looks a heck of a lot better than any other color. Personal opinion.
Yeah.
And so a lot of themed stuff, and customers,
Yeah, how do you know what people like?
Well, they get a whole bunch of custom requests, and so... provided you get enough custom requests, it goes, well, that's probably something I want to sell full time. So
okay, this has got enough demand.
Yeah, and generally the two that have run in tracks are people really love Game of Thrones. I don't know if you're into that show. I've watched the full season twice.
Yeah,
so
hell yeah.
I'm a little
I've
nut.
seen them all. Yeah. I was waiting for the last one, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Nothing like
me.
HBO to leave you for
It's
a
like
year.
some blonde chick with a dragon or something.
But they're still doing it, though, right? I mean, isn't it funny how everybody else has kind of acquiesced and changed to the way people want to see stuff, and HBO's like, no, we're still releasing it like this, and this is how you do it.
So our other big one on the store, everybody loves Rick and Morty. It's
I thought you were going to say Raymond.
Yeah, no, screwed up.
Oh my God!
Everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond and Morty.
I don't think I can make a grinder with his face on it work.
That would be weird.
No,
and then of course this other popular one, Nanu, which is big with the kids today.
Big with the kids.
Nanu, Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy.
Making a big comeback.
Right.
And what's this other one over here? This Gomer Pyle he's got here.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful Jim Neighbors.
Jim Neighbors. No, that's Sasquatch.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Jim Neighbors
can't
is
see
dead,
them.
isn't he?
I wonder if anybody would
And
want.
then here's a Hogan's Heroes one. I mean, what was this guy's name?
What? Beetle Bailey.
I wonder if anybody would want an Elf one. Remember Elf, that like weird little alien?
Okay, now you're just getting
Elf
weird.
on the shelf.
Alf.
Is it Elf? Yeah,
Elf.
ALF. Yeah.
ALF.
Yes.
There you go. Okay.
Alien life form.
I think
that's what
I think that is a band too.
Yeah.
ALF. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're
you
trying.
guys-
We sell direct. And pump these things out the door, and we're trying to move on into the distributor market, looking for salespeople.
Oh, cool.
Moving out west. And,
Okay.
try to get into some large dispensary marketplaces, head shops, stuff like
What's
that.
your
Here
Instagram?
local. It is at the Grinder Store.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to tag you on this. Here.
All right.
Grandpa's tagging you.
Grandpa's tagging. All right.
Here, come here.
Well,
let
back
me-
in my day.
Yeah. It was
Tagging.
okay.
What is this?
Something different with
It
my-
didn't matter how old you were,
That's
little
right.
girl.
My penis was involved.
Okay, back to that.
Well,
Nice
Timmy.
try. Way to go, guys.
See,
I gained it with my penis.
Oh, come
my
here.
God.
Come
Back in my
here.
day, we called that the pound sign.
Yeah, what is the whole hashtag thing? Who changed that?
Oh, Jimmy.
I gotta tell my kids. Nope. It's the hashtag, not pound. That's what
Grandpa used to call it the pound. Come here, Timmy. Let's do the pound.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining the show, Roy.
Hashtag sodomy.
What? Send the Armageddon now. We're horrible people. Send it.
Hashtag pedophile sodomy.
We're pedophiles.
Oh, we got-
It's
we got-
okay.
we got-
Send the fireball, devil destroying.
Back in my day, it's called the pound.
How did we get Roy Moore on the line?
Cue the seven-headed
Yeah.
beast out of the ocean.
Roy Moore just walked in the studio. Amazing, man. You figured he would be busy right now.
Yeah, I sound like Brasco Pico Chain also
Brasco Pico.
as well. I don't know why. Oh my God. Anyway, all right. So the JB Rev Show in studio.
That was fun.
Hashtag Speed of Darkness. This is our episode, and as we postulate, we take away light, and
Posh.
then no longer are we held by these measurements of time, and apparently any kind of semblance of control of quality. Anyway, so here we are. It's great to have you guys in studio.
Yeah, it is.
I'd love to keep talking about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, no doubt.
We talked
But
a
we
little
gotta
bit
go.
about fabrication studio, the fabrication studio, and I guess what is interesting is saying, hey, are there any other applications outside of these niches that you're saying this is an everyday household item? And I'm sure you can't give that out, or I'm not asking you to give me Leonardo da Vinci's hand sketchbook, but are there cool things out there or areas you're looking into?
Oh
or
yeah. I mean, one of the
problems that we see is in industry wise is Florida sucks ass.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
So you got
to ship out.
I have
You
no
wanna
idea.
get an outwardly
why.
presence.
Well, we would like to move farther into like the end user type products, so vaporizers, and we do have a one hitter that's on the website as well, and it's a fully custom machine CNC machined aluminum one hitter.
Huh.
which is made right into land,
Yes.
USA.
So that's here
no
local.
Chinese.
Wow.
And so that is really sweet.
That's a
Getting
good
that
point.
product out. We're getting that rolling
Is
out.
that on your website as well?
American
It
made.
is. Yeah, it's the Slimline 420, and it's a
Thegrinderstore.com.
Grinderstore.com. And moving from there, probably into vaporizers, but we would really like to tap into the industrial sort of equipment
Side of it.
scaling up into production level. And unfortunately, Florida has saw fit not to
Yes.
legalize any sort of measures. And
What do you mean?
well, we've got just recently, we enacted the marijuana law for really sick kids.
Right.
I don't remember what the name of that is, but no.
I believe it's called the marijuana law for
Marijuana
kids that
for
can't
kids.
health good.
Right.
Right, yes.
I think is how.
Sounds
yeah.
right.
Is
Sounds
that-
right
Sounds-
for
sounds-
Florida.
Sounds
Okay.
technical.
Well, hang
Thanks,
tight,
Rick,
hang
Scott.
tight with your Florida bashing there, Dave.
Yeah,
I
I'm a
think
Floridian.
we got our follow-up caller. Caller, thanks for hanging on the line. Who does be?
I didn't think you'd answer, really.
What?
Oh, shit.
I'm Buford Cusser, damn it. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
This sounds
I know
okay.
who this
Where,
is.
where are you calling from? Why are you calling? What's up?
I'm calling from Alabama.
Nope. We already had our Alabama caller. I think this is a dupe. I think this is
No.
a dupe. No, have you ever seen the movie Ultraviolet? That's
Oh,
like
yeah,
she
I've
goes
seen it
in
4
pretending
times.
she's the agent. No. All right,
Yeah.
so you're calling from Alabama. What are the results? We're live. We don't know. I guess we could look at. Let's go look.
It's 804. Oh, the polls.
I just
The polls
want
are
you to
closed.
know I voted for him for Buford as the Buford cusser that I am.
What?
And I listened to your man in the street. I got to tell you something.
Okay.
I think that he seems right on.
Okay, well, do you have any fresh information for us? Because we have the internet over here for right now until they revoke repeal net neutrality.
And
then we're all screwed.
No, so do you? Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Standing outside the polls, it's pretty cold out here.
Yeah, you're out there on the polls. All
Cusser
right.
would say, Cusser.
All right.
Damn it, I'm sorry.
All
But
right,
let me,
caller.
hold on.
Caller.
Okay. You
Caller.
hear all the
Caller.
people out there?
Thank you. All right, I do. All right, see you later, caller. Just stay on your medication. All right. Oh my God.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
There you go. Okay, sorry about that
Still
interruption.
no
I guess
early
it's
polling.
Still appropriate. I don't know. I looked.
Yeah.
I said
What's it
polls are
say?
closed. Live blog.
They were
Roy
saying he
Moore,
had a
7
10-point
minutes
lead
ago.
in the polls
Alabama Senate
going
race.
into it this morning. So,
11 minutes
when they
ago.
said the
live
you know,
update.
he was ahead in the race, I thought it had to do with his horse Sassy from this morning.
Hello?
Polls have closed in Alabama after a contentious race to fill the state's Senate seat. Alabama voters Tuesday chose between Republican George W. and whose campaign had sexual misconduct, and Democrat Doug Jones. Anyway, there you go. It doesn't tell me who won. I don't see it.
They're still
I
counting.
don't know why.
They're still counting.
They don't have computers in
7
Alabama,
hours,
so they have to count by
11
hand.
minutes ago. Moore and
chads,
Jones
no hanging
vote
chads.
amid. Okay, so the polls are closed. That's all I'm getting right now.
Right,
Okay,
right
so
on.
they've recently closed because they're on Central Time 7:06 out there in Alabama. All right.
Do we care? I mean, does it
no.
matter?
Alabama's on my mind. Or is it Georgia?
I think
keep forgetting.
Yeah, I think it's Georgia.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
So-
Grinder Shop. Yeah, we were talking
the grinder store.
The Grinder store. Why do I
So
want to call it shop?
We'd love to see Florida legalize some sort of recreational. That's
Okay.
the end game, right?
Right.
Okay. I think tax revenue states just about all the good points about that, right? You know?
I
Free education
mean,
for
the
everybody.
only thing I will say that doesn't bode well with me is when anytime you write a law against how nature works, it's kind of foolish.
Well,
to me,
ideally, we'd like no law governing us in that.
well,
point
no,
of view,
I'm just
but,
saying you write a law saying something doesn't grow.
So what
you
happened,
can't
though?
grow something that grows. That's contradictory to my inherent rights as an American because everyone's created equal and I'm entitled to this earth or my share of it should I not reap the fruits of the earth.
Sure.
So it goes down to a fundamental level. Nobody 200, 300, 400 years ago was going into John Adams' garden and going, hey, you got weed. He's like, they were like, wow, you got really good weed
Yeah.
you're growing. And
I mean-
I don't know. I just think we don't take advantage of the sun shining every day, the rain falling. I mean,
Sure.
these things are inherent. We say, I'll wait in line at a McDonald's to pick up a fucking processed hamburger instead of I'll be smart and go for the long view and grow my shit. I just, I don't know. I don't know why we're not built that way. That way makes so much more sense to me to be self-reliant without. But then capitalism falls in.
Somewhere
right?
along the lines.
Wait, no,
in our,
is there a red dot on my head?
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah, whoa, what is that? Yeah, somewhere along the lines in our country, we took a turn and decided that we really needed to be governed. And so all of a sudden, you got all the zoning laws and ordinances and this and that. That just, I have no idea why we've chosen to take away freedoms.
Yeah,
and
I understand.
And that
it seems opposite.
I don't know what happened in
the whole concept.
1915 or 16 or whenever all this stuff started coming
But
around.
I can say we have not. I know I have not experienced life elsewhere where it could be way worse. Right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Could be.
So
Sure.
yeah. So in essence,
no doubt.
you got to be grateful for being here.
Absolutely.
And we are American-made,
Yeah,
independent broadcasters on the internet.
There you go.
The Reverend over there. What do you? Hey,
The Rev. I think the Rev needs another. I think he needs another beer.
Rev's thirsty.
Rev's not saying
Dying
nothing.
over there.
buddy?
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, nothing, man.
Hey, you
Just
okay?
over here chilling, bro.
You're just not very. You're
Hey, man.
normally
He's
more
just
boisterous.
chilling tonight. Yeah.
Man, I'm cool.
All right.
Right.
You
Laid
said-
back.
well, it looks like you're doing your taxes over there.
Maybe I am.
Okay. Are you? All right.
He's got his pen and
File-
paper out.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got a calculator. I don't know what
Gotta
he's
be
doing.
able to fill. Yeah, that's the
Doing
why.
math.
Don't be giving
Don't-
away my shit, man.
He has
Don't
a
worry, Trump is here with the postcard tax reform.
postcard
Make
tax reform.
America great again.
Yeah. There you go.
Make
He's
America
doing
great.
it. Make great Americans again.
It's going to make it greatly.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I
yeah,
don't
so
know.
one of the
We're
other things
spiraled
that
out of control.
we
Yeah.
are in the works of are some more industrial machines that we will be marketing and selling to like dispensaries and stuff around the country. Because we see that as a big market, emerging market, where these as things become more legalized in these different states, there's going to be more and more dispensaries. They're going to be able to need to process and do all the things that they do, making the oils and that kind of stuff. So Dave and I both have a background in tool and machine design. So that's one of the other areas that we are working on for that. Kind of a different side to the grinder store. That'll be more of we'll have the consumer side and then the more...
Backside.
Yeah, the backside.
Yeah. Business
Ooh,
side.
there,
Up in-
all
up
the way
all
back
up in the
around
shop.
again.
Yeah, there it is, back to the reach
Back
around.
around.
Back of the
Reach
shop,
around.
boys. Come on over here.
Yeah, so all of the grinder designs that we do are all they're laser engraved there at our shop in DeLand, and shipped out here locally all around the world.
Yeah, so if you've never seen a laser work, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
There's a lot.
We've got a lot of that on Instagram videos of the actual laser process, which is it's pretty cool because it makes really crazy cool sounds. You got to like crank up the volume and watch it work. It's really pretty interesting.
Well, if you say so, that's a component. Wow, he's not even on the microphone.
Yeah.
Wow, what are you doing?
He's over there doing his
You're
taxes.
not even doing the show right today. Get to sit down there. Play the keyboards, why don't you? You got
So-
some? Give me some keyboards.
No, it's too loud, dude.
No, try it. Oh,
I told you, it's too loud.
okay.
That was
All right.
piped directly into my ears.
Well, you can blame that shit on JW over
Blame it
there.
on me over there.
JW.
You can bring the main volume down. That'll
You
bring
can
him down.
Suck it. So, what do you think about all these people getting harassed? It's sexual shit, man. Shit's hitting the fan, bro. Are you nervous?
I'm kind of disappointed that
I am not nervous.
Yes, I do, man.
Are you nervous?
I need a cock.
today.
That you haven't been harassed?
Yeah, today.
Oh,
harassed?
You're on the
Have you been
wrong
harassed?
side of the fence for that one.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not. Well, you're talking about like what people are quaking in their boots, like, oh, I did this, and when is it going to come to? When is it going to fester, boil?
Right. Yeah. There's probably a
It's,
lot of. I think we had like 2 other senators.
Why do you think
resign this week?
Do you think though, if Hillary had been able to get in office, this would have occurred, or is this not necessarily retaliatory, but is it a natural product of things not necessarily going in the way of progression?
Yeah.
You mean voting in a president has 16 allegations posted against him?
Well, kind of, yeah. For example,
All right.
But only 12 are worth the shit. So
I mean, it definitely
you know,
seemed to stem
dozen,
from the
you know.
whole Weinstein thing, where he, and then all of a sudden it just kind of every day you open
yeah,
it,
it
it's like,
took
another guy down the drain here.
took
Poor
attention
Harvey.
away.
Yeah.
Took attention away. But the, I guess.
Did you hear about Captain
fear-
Kangaroo?
No, but wait. I think the fear I have is
Yeah.
creating a.
Finally.
Okay. The fear I have
Mr.
is
Rogers.
replicating kind of this mob mentality
Sure.
where it's like, throw us a dead body. Right,
Mhm.
I mean that's kind of the viciousness that seems to be developing, and that's what I don't like about it.
Yeah, well, I mean the whole guilty, or what is it, innocent till proven guilty?
Yeah,
that's kind
due
of thrown out.
process.
That seems
Turned
to
on
be
its head.
kind of thrown out the window at this point when people are losing their careers in
Yeah,
a matter of a day or
when,
two over
accusations take you down before any factual
Yeah. So that
evidence comes
sucks.
out.
Somebody just saying you
So,
said something cost you a job.
I would certainly
Believe
hope
me,
that
cuts close to the heart there.
I found out that
Tony Stewart.
today.
Oh, what?
That Captain Kangaroo was
Okay.
a coke addicted
What?
sex pervert. Look at this picture of him.
What? Addicted
He does look
sex
a little,
pirate. Oh,
Sex pirate.
okay. All right. But didn't he die already?
Yeah,
I'm
cocaine
saying-
overdose,
okay.
bro.
I think
Wow,
he's- I
that's
think
not
He's
true.
fucking some whores.
Yeah, well, cocaine and horse.
Breaking here.
Captain Kangaroo.
Mr. Green Jeans, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mr. Green Jeans.
in studio with James and Dave.
Dave,
of
what's up, Dave? Dave's not here.
Thegrinderstore.com.
Dave's not here, man.
And DetroitDeviant.com.
So you want to hear something funny?
Yeah, bring it up.
Yeah, what you got?
I told you not to bring it up. Go ahead.
Oh, that I won't. All
right, never mind.
No, go on. You threw up in my house.
Yeah.
I brought it up first. Go on.
Wow.
No, that wasn't what I was going to say, but yeah, that is true. Very true.
No, but
you like to party, man. I can't.
Hey,
I
man,
have a hard
people
time keeping
cannot,
up.
you know, and it's
You're
funny.
a tough man to keep up with.
It's my wife is to blame a little bit too. She likes to party and keep up with me.
I need a cock.
After you left, we were like, yeah, you know, people just can't hang with us anymore. Like, you know.
You guys are like experienced. You guys are
I
like,
need a cock.
you know,
Yeah.
it's hardcore.
So, anyways, back to we were talking with Dave about his
Google that right now.
his grinder days back.
Grinder days. Yeah.
Back
Before
in
the
the days.
store.
All right. So
a 20 is a 20. I wish I designed the grinder.
I bet you do.
You know, the grinder app. You know?
Okay,
I wish
so-
I could take credit for that one.
Double up.
It's like
and it's
Facebook
at
of
the Grinder Store
butt
on Instagram, right?
No,
That's
it's
the place to go.
it's
Should I go
the with two E's grinder
The
shop
at the
with
Grinder?
an E.
It's not a
No.
shop.
we don't support the grinder shop.
Shop.
Yeah,
We don't like those guys.
wrong company.
It's good. Man,
Is there even? There probably is.
they were here last
There
week.
is.
Actually, they were much more entertaining. By the way,
Were they?
no,
Ah.
no. We're having next
Yeah.
week.
So thanks for having me over. By the way, that was
Oh.
fun.
He's like,
Next time I'm gonna pace myself a little more.
Man,
Oh, cool stuff. Okay,
Right
good.
on.
All right, so I see it there. Where are the videos? Can I see those on mobile, or that's what I can't see?
Yeah, no,
right?
there should be some in there.
Oh, I see the Rick and Morty.
Triangles in them.
Yeah, the Rick and Morty thing's been crazy lately. These people, you know, they're
That's a good
custom ones and
yeah.
what's
They
the
want
one?
custom ones with, like,
Mr.
their-
like Poopy Head
Oh,
or
you got
something
this
like
beautiful
Their name
woman in
underneath it.
underwear using it.
some
That was me trolling the internet.
That was
know?
you.
French
Oh,
ticklers.
Wow.
that. Dave looks good in a thong.
Hey, take off your
You
shirt.
do.
Right,
Look,
okay.
come on. Look at that. Jeez, grinder all the way.
Holla at you.
Hey.
So there you go. All right. So you guys want to hang out and do a little news with us then?
Sure.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
let's
we're
do
down.
Little news, man.
that. Wait, go to a song. Hold on. Wait, I'm being told go to a song.
Who?
Am I saying that? All right.
I don't know. Who's telling you what?
quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.
And now, breaking news badly.
Oh boy, breaking news badly. Hashtag.
Break it.
All right, first one.
All right, and now, hey, let's, like every week.
Hello, I'm from the FCC. We know you love the internet. That's why we've been working hard to fuck it up and replace it with a new online experience. The Shitternet. To bring you the Shitternet, we're getting rid of the fundamental thing that makes the net awesome. No, not porn. Net neutrality. It's what made the net
Not
truly
porn.
free and open, giving a voice to the silence. And sparking innovation, education,
And the very best literature, music, technology, science, culture the world's ever seen.
In short, it's what made the net the most empowering, liberating force in human history, which is why we want to kill it, so broadband providers can replace it with a two-tiered
There you go.
Shitternet, with a fast lane for stuff they want you to see, and slow-ass speeds and extra fees for stuff they don't. In other words, a steaming pile of shit like cable TV. Shitternet! Where the only news you'll see is this, which coincidentally is owned by them, who'll make you do this
This is
to
my
access
problem.
your favorite sites, where these companies will dominate the net even more, and where if your ISP doesn't like what you say, you might end up seeing this. But don't worry, if you don't like it, you can always choose a different provider. We know most of you only have one option of ISP, so your only choice will be Shitternet or no internet. It's all part of our mafia policy, to let the people we work for, not you, these people, monopolize the internet and reverse the course of human evolution. Shitternet!
Wow,
The
what was
only
that?
thing standing
Oh, boy,
between
Dave's
you and this
breaking stuff
fucked up dystopian nightmare is
God.
the virus, which is why, unless you get on the phone to them right now, on December 14, we'll be voting to kill net neutrality, and with it, the internet you
All right.
Love.
There you go.
Internet
I don't know
you love.
why it stopped. Oh, I'm sharing it on the page. There you go. I'm sorry. I'll come back to that. But what was your initial reaction?
Well, I'm excited about this new thing.
Oh, yeah, you want it.
You know, I want them to. I mean, they already know. Everything, everywhere you go.
love. Fortunately for us, you're all too busy fighting each other to come together and stop this bullshit, which will screw not just you, but everyone on the planet, including future generations who may never know a free and open internet. Welcome to the Shitternet, 'cause an informed, empowered humanity isn't good for our shareholders. Authorized by Verizon. I mean the Federal Communications Commission.
All right, there you go. That was from Fight for the Future on Facebook. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, you know that's going to pass.
You got to
But
fight.
You know that's going to pass. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
of course.
it's just my
That's
thoughts
it.
on that are what they did to radio, were the free communications of the people, and they clamped that all down and made it just for business. And
People can't have a
monopolize. Yeah, I mean, these are monopolies to me. So
Sure.
if the people can't have a free voice, then that's not America. And just because technology allows for a free voice, which is through the preservation of net neutrality, that everything should be allowed to work. Like if I buy a badass modem and I get AT&T and I juice up that damn thing with that modem and I throw off, 5G signal, different things I can use. That's my right, because that thing exists. I can buy it, and the internet exists. I can buy it. Don't take the air out of my mouth and try to charge me to finish my breath.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
No, I
a
hear
lot
you.
of people have careers like
Yeah.
the career you're talking about tonight would poof, go away.
Yeah.
Because now people have to pay
Sure.
to be looking
To
at your
search.
shit to
Yeah.
see what they're interested in.
Right. It's crazy.
It's a
to think of
killing.
that.
It's a killer of online businesses and online music too. I will say too. A lot of online musicians, think about how many people kind of became big. Justin
Entertainment
Bieber
in general.
Justin Bieber
Sure.
would
Oh my
not.
God.
The next Justin Bieber. Oh well, maybe now. No, okay. Anyway, all right. So that's the first.
Justin Bieber.
First story I got.
Biebs.
The next one,
The
next one up
Biebs.
Really?
is from
Fucking
realpharmacy.com. Pharmacy is with an F.
Justin Bieber.
And it's about coconut and cannabis. Coconut and cannabis oil. They say this little magic combination of coconut oil and cannabis in a capsule is a medical miracle.
Sounds wonderful.
Especially when you do it as a suppository.
So Snopes that.
That
Yeah,
makes
when
it
you do
wonderful.
it, yeah, that's the only way it works. Thank you for saying that.
I'm sure we'll never see that.
Thank you.
Cannabis,
Come to
coconut
market there.
suppository.
Another one from Real Pharmacy with an
I'm
F.
going to run with that one.
USC researchers discover how to regenerate your entire immune system in 72 hours. You believe that?
What?
Kill the common cold.
I love that.
That'd be fantastic.
Most people say, anyway, I believe it deals like with fasting, though. I read that article, and so...
I hate fasting.
Yeah,
Me too. I got to eat.
Yeah, you got to eat.
I'm going to get slower. That's for sure.
What?
It's the opposite of fasting.
Is that
Fasting.
possible?
Slower. And that's what I do a lot.
There's a lot of chicken.
I'm on a slower right now. I'm on a 7-day slower.
doesn't
You
make
are
any
on a
sense.
7-day
slower.
binge.
I didn't know if you could get any
Slower.
slower.
I'm
over
slower.
there.
Don't even,
Yeah.
you're slow as hell.
More
I don't even know
slower.
how you made it here.
The WashingtonPost.com. Jeez.
Let's talk about slow.
I'm a depression historian. The GOP tax bill is straight out of 1929.
Sounds wonderful.
Robert Hold on. McElvain. Robert McElvain. Sorry. It hung me up there.
So he's speculating we're headed right in.
Yeah, he's saying this is just history repeating
the raving
itself.
30s.
Mm-hmm.
So going up is
Get ready
good,
for
but
the
coming
depression.
down is hard, Papa. Yeah.
It's raining men.
It is.
It's raining
Oh,
men.
my God. Seriously.
I need a cock.
I know it is.
The revolution has begun.
Let's talk about the grinder again.
What's your profile name on the grinder?
Yeah.
But it's it. But
it's
profile,
the
man.
Reverend
it?
Orlando.
Yeah.
The Reverend Orlando.
But it's it.
Bitches.
TheDailyBeast.com, the stupidly simple spy message no computer could decode.
What?
So there was a shortwave radio spy message.
Did Jehovah's know?
Huh?
Jehovah's.
Yep.
I don't remember if those were the exact numbers.
Did
At any rate,
Jehovah's
it's a
know?
kind of a little sensationalistic article.
It's sensationalistic.
Sensationalistic.
I love that place.
And then what else you got?
What do you got?
I don't know. What do you got? Iron Cow.
I don't have herpes. I know that.
Iron Cow. You know everybody
Bonus.
go to the Iron Cow.
It kind of is a bonus at this
Yeah.
point.
It is.
Almost 50.
Definitely, man.
To make it
you
this
got to
far.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you get
Congratulations.
by? But
Dude.
wait, you just told us a story last week where you had gonorrhea or something like that.
Yeah, well, that's different than the herpes. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
Gonorrhea, you can get penicillin for it.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
gone.
What was Dave or Dan's
Hands.
Herpesonagifilades.
Herpesana Gifilades?
What?
Sonic Gifilades, yeah.
Yeah, just get them all up in
my
there
cousin.
all at one time.
Yeah.
I got that
Just
from my
roll
cousin.
it up in one. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
From Herpes. So,
Uh-huh.
you want to talk about that one story?
What one story?
The one that's fucking
No.
blowing up the internet
I'm
right
just
now?
getting all this stuff out of here.
The one about,
Oh, yeah. You want me to do a check? A check of the
chicken
Roy
Chinese
Moore?
chicken?
The
No,
Roy
the
Moore.
Bitcoin, man. You know how much
Chickadee
money I
check,
made? Just in the past fucking
20 minutes.
48 hours?
Oh, how
Yeah.
much have you made?
Wouldn't you
None.
like to know?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I'm going to do with all that money. I don't know what I can do with it. Who's going to buy it from me? Right? I
You
mean,
can sell it.
I put this sell to who? Who's going to buy it?
You just sell it on the market.
It's anonymous for a reason, man.
Really?
Yeah.
So what about the drugs I wanted to buy with it? Can I
Well,
still get that?
All good.
You got to get with a dealer that takes Bitcoin,
Bitcoin.
I guess.
Yeah. You know, we take Bitcoin at
Oh, you do?
DetroitDeviant.com. Yes,
right.
we do.
On the what? Detroit Diesel?
DetroitDeviant.com. We
Yeah.
take Bitcoin.
You ain't going to buy nothing at that website.
How many?
Are we taking Bitcoin yet on the grinder store?
Not yet.
All right, we're working on that.
That's probably the better one to take Bitcoin.
Yeah,
on.
we should have been doing that about, I don't know, 5 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the music in the back.
I would say.
That's good.
I would
good.
say.
Nice prep work there, JB.
I
I
feel
will
like
say
with
we're
the
getting
breaking
ready
news
to
badly.
go on like an episode of Chips here in a second.
Dude, pull over, bro.
Graduating as few as
Going
6
too fast in the California sun.
Roll out.
It's life in the fast lane, as the Eagles would say, because we're
All right,
Santa
so I got
Barbara.
how to value a Bitcoin coming up.
Yeah,
here.
no,
It's a
do we?
little
Why?
video. Do you want to hear that? No, you don't.
What is it? A video that we can
Talk
all
about why we
see?
believe Bitcoin can reach $25,000 in 5 years.
So you actually have a
Almost there.
few research notes about this.
Yes.
And can you talk about your short-term model first? Where do you see Bitcoin going, and what valuation method are you using?
Yeah, in the short term, we think Bitcoin has really followed very closely the idea of acting like a social network, meaning the more engagement there is, the greater the value rises. And in the short term, we think Bitcoin will reach at least 6,000 by mid-2018.
Wow. How old is this?
Can you explain that?
Yeah,
Little
so
off on that.
Nick Raff's a
October
professor. He
19th.
actually
Yeah.
came
Yeah,
up
he's
with
about a
based
week
on
late.
George
October
Gilbert,
when did this come
which
out?
is the
October
value
19th of
network
this
is
year.
where the
Yeah, so he said in
And so
2018 it would hit 6,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it hit like 18,000
already-
yesterday or something.
Yeah.
Any
it's
of
already
those
above
I
that.
listen to just lets me know that nobody's got a clue what the hell they're talking
Yeah.
about.
Everybody's
I'm
just
here with
kind
Sarah to talk about why
Oh,
we
shut
believe
up. No,
Bitcoin
he
can
said
reach-
he didn't want to hear you.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys saw that big ship that was sailing, and it like sailed right at us.
Yeah.
And it was like Bitcoin, the Bitcoin ship.
Yeah,
And then
and
we were like, oh, we should buy some Bitcoin. Like, "Brr," you know, and then it's like, there it sails away, and some waves hit you, and you're like, shit.
Yeah, but
I gotta
then
go
they're
back
all,
to
and
work.
then it blows up, and they all fucking die.
Yeah, but you got to
Yeah.
buy your
Except
Lambo
for
and
the-
cash out before it blows out.
Except for the hedge fund guy that got out, with like
Yeah.
500 billion.
Oh yeah, there's that guy.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, that guy.
All right, here you go. Educate,
ship has
inspire,
sailed.
change.
Oh, I see that ship has sailed.
Yeah, the ship is sailed. So really, we were
man.
talking about it today when we were working, and we got to look at like what we missed. We missed the Bitcoin,
Right. Well, there's
So,
the Lift coin coming
there's
up right behind it.
There's Litecoin, and there's Ethereum. There's some others, but like what else is out there? Like what's up coming?
I think
up next?
Venezuela created
you gotta
a digital currency, but it's backed by oil.
Whoa, which
I
is
think that's
worthless.
what you're going to see
Like the dollar.
next.
Backed by oil and communism.
You're going to see more tangible
Yeah, and
assets backing
cocaine.
up these
Cocaine.
liquid currencies,
Sure.
and
Wait,
this
which
is
is
going
what
to be
your grinders are for.
This is going
Let's
to be
get
the
that
next
clear.
fucking
Yeah.
bubble
Cocaine?
of
The good old
so
rocky
people always
cocaine
feel like
that
they're
I get
missing something.
from Colombia.
They're
direct.
They're actually to reverse crack back into cocaine and then have a usable substance.
Dude, I don't care as long as it goes up my nose, bro. I'm so jacked up on cocaine right now. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy, dude. High on the coke. Woo! Give me some of that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This line's for you, Dana. Mwah. Eat
Dana.
off your titty, baby. Yeah. It's my wife. She listens. She's home doing coke right now, cleaning the house. She better be. I leave the cocaine out, so she cleans the whole house.
That's
I come
right.
home, I'm like, oh, she's horny for me. I do a big old line off her titty, and we go at it. We do that. We do that 4 nights a week.
A little more
Every fucking
information
week.
there we needed.
He's ridiculous.
It's awesome. I love you, honey.
Yeah.
No, she's listening.
I don't know if I buy any of that.
Okay, yeah, don't believe him. Anyway, all right, there you go. What story did I have? Hold on. Oh my God.
Oh, he's dying over here.
EducateInspireChange.org.
ORG.
For the cost of an iPhone, you can now buy a wind turbine that can power an entire house for a lifetime.
I believe
What is
that.
that? You believe that?
What? I'll take 2 of those.
Until your municipality comes in and tells you you're
Hey,
like in
you
violation.
can't do this,
of
yeah.
some zoning
Holding your own
ordinance,
energy.
and you're not hooked up to the grid, so now you're going to have to pay.
Indian Avant-Garde Innovations. It's a
Crazy
startup
bullshit,
in
but you're
India.
right.
India, yeah, there you go, has developed a low-cost wind turbine that can generate 3 to 5 kilowatt hours of electricity daily.
Having just bought the iPhone X, I
So that's about
wholeheartedly-
$1,000,
I
right?
wholeheartedly agree with that. I could see it. A couple washing machine parts, a little ceiling fan. You're going to town.
Yeah, but
What if it was that simple?
Dave's a numbers guy. I mean, to put out 3 kilowatt hours a day.
I don't know that he's good at numbers.
You know.
I asked him for a number, and he never came back with me on that.
Well, it's 320.
I need a cock. What?
320, man.
320? Oh, okay.
Okay, wait a minute.
I'm not going to talk about it, but all right. I'll break that down.
So how
But
many
you know
would we
I'm
have to
good,
sell
man.
to be 420?
420. I get it. But no, 320. I could sell for 420, and then
There you go.
That's
talking
about
it
that's the perfect model of economics,
You're gonna
man.
get-
Right.
Yeah.
I
Be
see
the
what you're
middleman.
saying.
Free market
All
capitalism
right,
at
do it
its
right
finest.
here. Anybody that's listening, we want you to be a deputized agent.
That's right.
Of the grinderstore.com.
That's right.
Okay, you
Any
can sell
college
that,
kids out there
16
that,
grinders
you know.
for $320. Whatever you do, you keep.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
All right. Okay.
Seriously,
There
we're
you
like,
go.
we need
Oh
to
my
get
God.
a,
All right.
Any college
Hold on.
students
In the
listening to
midst
this
of the
show who are
news.
in an
There you
economics
go.
class, you
Oh,
know, just
there
give us
you
a
go.
call.
you want to make some side money, you know, just
Google that
hit us
right
up.
now.
Yeah.
You know, you buy from us, you sell out all your friends, bam.
Bam.
We're talking.
Bam.
We're talking
What I'm
about.
talking about.
Little
We're
money
talking
on the
about the
side.
grinders, not
Just
the
the
stuff that
grinders
goes in
only.
the
That's right. We're
Yeah.
not talking about any
You guys
sort of,
wanna
anything illegal.
Come meet these guys.
'Cause you-
Grind up.
You use the same model for the green stuff too. You know.
Yeah, this is just for grinding up your
Okay,
herbs and
yeah,
spices.
we're not talking about
in
anything
your kitchen.
dubious.
That's
I
right.
don't want the shit.
Okay.
I used to like lobster, but I can't eat it now. I went and I bought a fucking live lobster with my goose hands. Why are you allowed to buy a live lobster with goose hands? So I picked out the biggest, fucking juiciest one. It's a lobster. So I think of people like that cashier, right? Because she had to work at least an hour and a fucking half this is an hour and a half of her time for me to buy this so I can make a fucking YouTube video.
Oh, is this the chick buying the lobster with her EBD card or whatever?
Yeah.
Ah.
Very
They're
exciting.
they
She's
can
buying
barely
steaks and
afford
lobsters.
to fucking feed themselves, and their taxes are going for people to buy fucking lobster.
Can you do that?
With their food stamp. She's got.
She seems to be mocking it, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Can you do that though? Can you buy steak and lobster with the EDB card?
I think you can.
I think so.
I mean,
Why
I guess
wouldn't
she
you?
just did.
You can buy all
But
kinds
maybe
of other
because
shit.
it's live, it's not pre-cooked. I think you can't buy anything pre-cooked. Anyway. What do I
you can't
got?
buy like the Publix rotisserie
Like
chicken.
you can't go in there and buy chicken tenders, anything that's
What
pre-made.
about adult
You have to-
diapers? I'm having a problem lately.
Nope,
Yeah.
nope. Those don't fall
No?
under the.
Dave,
yeah,
are you sure?
Cannot do
Dave
that.
kind of gave a weird look, like
I don't
like
think
maybe
you.
Amazon.
I don't think
something.
you can eat those. I'm not sure.
No, you don't eat them.
Oh,
You
I'm sorry.
Shit in them.
Wow.
MPP.
Yeah, edible adult diapers. I think you can edible adult diapers.
now
So
we're
there's
talking.
your.
Don't eat the.
You want
shit
to talk
in
about a
there.
niche market?
Okay.
Let's get back to
This is, the final countdown is playing on
doing
repeat
lines off my baby's titty.
in North Korea. Okay, the final countdown is playing on repeat in North Korea. This is from DC101.iheart.com. Yeah,
It's the final countdown.
Is it really? No, that is fake news right there.
Yeah, I read a story that China is building like housing across the border for the influx of immigration that they're
Refugees.
expecting from North Korea.
they're
There
expanding
it is.
the wall.
There it is.
They're making a wall of like
expanding
doors.
The final
China.
countdown.
It's a great song.
Well,
Okay, anyway.
You're right, it is.
I don't know. Is that just a joke? It's on a radio station, so there
Yeah.
you go. It's got to have some
fake news
There you
too.
go.
You didn't do
It's
any
fake news.
research.
Pinnacle
Anyway.
of American music.
I tell you, I broke my toe.
I don't want to know about that stuff.
broke my toe, man.
That's not my problem.
Shit hurts.
Nope, I'm not listening to you.
Fucking shit hurts.
Oh.
Broke my good toe, man. Don't do it.
Were you stumbling around the house while you were cleaning?
No.
All coked out.
Yeah, that's right.
Me and my wife were
Tie
all
that
jacked
back
up
in.
on the cocaine.
Nope.
Just doing somersaults off the couch.
Yeah. Right.
Anal acrobats.
Oh, hey now.
And I stubbed my toe.
Is this still valid?
on her
Hold
forehead.
November 18th?
Damn, it hurts.
No. Okay.
But I love you, baby.
Support the GoFundMe campaign. That's to get Billy Maine's legacy mural. That is GoFundMe, Billy Maine's legacy mural.com. No, it's GoFundMe.com/Billy Maine's.
I heard you guys talking about that the other day. Last week? Was it last week?
Yeah.
And I thought he was saying Billy Mays.
Oh.
Like the guy with the big
Right.
black beard that I think died of like cocaine or something.
The OxyClean guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Captain Kangaroo?
I'm like, isn't he dead?
Polka's Hottest, POCASHOTTEST.com. ShannonHoltArt.com.
I know Shannon Holt.
Modern Music Movement. Yes, Shannon Holt is wonderful.
She's awesome.
She's awesome.
Who am I?
Kush. Ultra Lounge. Right
rocks.
above Dank Orlando City Smoke Shop.
Yeah. Hey, come see me Friday night.
Infotainment.com. There you go.
Playing at the cow. Our cow.
Throw that in there. What else you got?
Dude.
TheGrinderStore.com.
Yeah.
TheGrinderStore.com. Go check them out. Throw out whatever. At The Grinder Store on Instagram.
At The Grinder Store on Instagram.
Deviant Detroit.
DetroitDeviant.com.
DetroitDeviant.com.
Yep. Nope, call's coming in.
All right, I guess we got to wait for the call. All right, let's see.
You know it's his retard.
All right, caller. Welcome back to the call. It seems like we got the same caller here. Caller? Caller. He did not answer. Maybe he accidentally got. Let's see. Should we call him?
No. We're done. Good try.
Bad idea.
Nice end.
Still no pole data.
Bye-bye.
Roy Moore.
He's going to keep me up out of here.
It's going to keep me up watching Channel 2.
Enjoy Black Orchestra. Thanks, guys, for coming in.
Yeah, you guys
thank you
for having us. It's been a blast.
The
Thank you.
JB Rev Show.
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Oh, my goodness. We're back with a little bit of after hours, I guess. This edition, hashtag Speed of Darkness edition. We received a call and thought it would be important to take it. It's, okay. Welcome. It's, is this, okay, is this Scary Baby? Yeah. Hi, Scary Baby. You're doing what?
I'm a plate.
You're a plate?
I know.
I don't get it.
Are you sure you're not a saucer? I think she's up late. I think this is Roy Moore's
late.
girlfriend. From 1972. It's the 13 or 14-year-old from 1972.
Oh, are we time traveling with
Yes.
Scary Baby? All right, Scary Baby, time traveling.
Baby girl. My daddy was on the show tonight.
Oh, no. Oh, your daddy was on the show.
Oh, boy.
Who was that?
Yeah, he said, "Hey, you."
Okay, oh, that guy, the second. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's from Alabama.
Okay.
That's where I'm coming from.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
from Alabama.
I don't believe you. Okay. All right. You're calling from the Scary Baby from Alabama. Yeah, go ahead. Don't cry. Don't cry, Scary Baby.
Daddy left. I hope that because I was listening to your show and I love your music.
Thank you ever so much.
That's you.
Oh, my God.
He left the band here.
Okay.
And I took it.
I don't know. I don't know, Scary Baby. It's I don't know where we're going with this, but
Oh, it's not Halloween, is it?
no, you did call in at Halloween. I remember that. You were Scary
Yes, I
Baby
did.
boy. Yeah, this is you. Okay, and now you're in Alabama. Okay.
Yep. And he said that he was over there at the polls.
What? Yeah.
The polls.
The polls had closed. Yeah. Do you know who?
Yeah. Has your dad come back home, Scary Baby?
Oh, here he comes.
Oh, no.
Where you going? We gotta go. Bye.
Oh, no.
No,
Scary
we
Baby.
gotta go.
Scary Baby, don't go.
No.
No. Oh, no.
Oh,
Scary Baby. No.
Dad hung up.
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
Just trying to get some polling
I
data. out of
don't
you.
know. I thought we were going to get some kind of more insight than that. That's Scary Baby. From Alabama. All right. Well, we came back for that.
Sweet home.
I got Dave and James in studio. Reverend had to depart a little bit right on time or whatever,
I
but
think
a little after hours.
I think the Reverend got himself all horned up there.
Was there any? Yeah, I guess so. All of
like, shit, I gotta
he's
go
got
home to
reason
Dana.
to go home. Yeah, he's all
Dana, you better. Yeah, you better be ready, Dana. He's on his way.
Okay, so anything left? Any stone left unturned on the collaborative DetroitDeviant.com, thegrinderstore.com?
That's right.
I think we covered it pretty good.
We got
We're
it.
just a couple dudes trying to make it happen.
Well, it's cool. I love what you're doing.
Yeah, we're just out there, putting it out there, just trying to feel our
I think
way.
more of those videos. We watched a video. That's what it was. We watched a video
so we
on
got some,
Instagram.
videos.
That was phenomenal, and it was like a laser etching that was being done. Right on the video, and that's pretty dope. So that's at the Grinder Store on Instagram.
At the Grinder Store, and got a bunch of videos posted up there. And you keep getting tripped up on the big boobs there.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, why is that? Which one? Wait, go back.
Hard not to. I'm trying to see which one.
What is it about boobs?
You're almost to
it's
it
like
there.
boobs.
Is this it? I'm just gonna keep scrolling.
Where is it?
This is
way down
after
there.
hours.
There we go.
There's
Now we're
no
good.
pressure.
Sorry. There it is. Not
There
all.
it is.
Right there.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one you were listening to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is the sound of the laser right up in it. If you got the sound.
Let me take it off of that.
Yeah. If you. It's like frying bacon.
That is the sound of
when it goes over at the last time. It's pretty cool.
Now it's going around the top and all the little ornate. It's a very ornate collaboration of little designs and words. Not all who wander are lost, and it's a live etching.
Deep.
That's awesome.
Deep.
That was deep, man. All right, that's loud as hell.
Yeah.
That's almost like music in itself.
Yeah,
it is.
It is. It's very.
I think even farther down there might be one where I am engraving a barcode, and it actually sounds like some 80s 8-bit video game.
Yeah.
It's
cool.
pretty cool.
Oh, there you go. All right, so it's looping over again. All right.
Yeah.
So there that is. All right, so go there, do that kind of stuff.
Come check us out. Drop us.
Yeah, so if you have an idea, if you want something custom engraved, we of course do that as well. Where you can, we've done a lot of off the wall things, in the past where people say, "Hey,
the craziest one. It's probably not the craziest one, but it's one of the most interesting. Was got a custom mask for a engraving to go on the bottom of a grinder, and it said, my wife and I would love to have you for dinner.
Okay.
And so I didn't
We
delve
pondered
into it.
yeah, we pondered that one a little bit.
But it was like, well, maybe turn it over and stay for dinner. I have no idea where that went, but it's good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
we should have made some of those for ourselves, though. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think that'd apply in my house.
No.
That's funny. Yeah. Well, all right then. Let me make sure where it is. Let me pull this down here. Hold on. I was playing a little bit of that guy's music, Prince, from earlier in the session. I forgot. I didn't hear it. So I wanted to at least roll it in the background in this after hours session.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and that guy's local here? In
He's
Orlando?
local to Orlando. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know how much, he sounds like he's been doing like stuff collaboration, which, again, is cool. And if people are listening and they say, hey, sometimes it's just taking the reaching out piece and just making it happen. Like, hey, what do we got to do? Communicating with each other, because not everybody, I think it's bad to say, hey, everybody's out against me or what have you. I think it's good to say, where can I find common ground, and that's exactly what we do here every week, is talk with people and learn a little bit about them. Like, where can we find this area that's able to be occupied, and talk about what you do, because nobody's trying to, like, I watch these Entertainment Tonight shows and they just kill me, man, because they're so shallow. And it's like, oh, this guy went here for lunch with who? Oh my gosh, it's her and her. And it's like, wow, people are trying to just make enough money to eat and pay rent and all this shit, and nobody cares.
We're in the midst of a collaboration right now with the Detroit Deviant, another fellow member in the group on the Facebook was making a part for the Lincolns, and sent us a set. There were these little door sills that kind of go in the door opening, and we did a laser engraving on them with the Lincoln Star and some stuff, and it was a huge hit. We ended up selling like 36 sets of these over the Black Friday.
Wow.
We had like a sale, and so that's been kind of a cool collaboration with him, where we're, it's the same kind of thing where, like, there's not enough money in this group to kind of go around for. We wouldn't want to make it ourselves. He's already making it, so we collaborated with him, and so he made them. We sent them down here. We're lasering them, and it was a pretty cool thing to do.
It's a neat add-on to something that he was already doing, a little twist. And,
and that's a good thing to say too. Kind of just reach out and ask. What is possible? What do you want to do? What's your objective on anything?
Yeah, a lot of people are blown away with the capability of the lasers themselves. So right across the parking lot from where our shop is a full machine shop. And, he comes over and he's got, $2 or $3 million worth of machines, and he's blown away with our little lasers over there. So we've been doing laser work for him. And
that's awesome.
And because people... Sometimes you don't know.
Do you schedule like tours and stuff like that?
We're not open to the public, but people can call and certainly stop by. And
you can always reach out to us on our social media accounts.
Yeah, and we just actually had an open house a couple weeks ago.
Oh, cool!
On a Friday night, we had a bunch of people over and stuff, so that was pretty cool to kind of, because it's a new shop, we just moved, so it was kind of an intro. It was during the big car show, the Turkey Rod Run over there in Daytona, so it was that Friday night because there's a lot of dudes in town, so it worked out pretty well. So
yeah, that was good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, so definitely best way for people to connect. We've thrown it all out there, and what's good too is that having just the ability to say, come check us out, because you don't even know, maybe some guy's been looking for a solution for something way out in left field, and
that's right.
there you're like, hey man, this is a fabrication shop. So connect with these guys, send them a message. Again, appreciate both of you guys being able to come in and hang out in studio.
Thanks for having us.
It's been fun. What am I going to do here? Hold on. All right, so you're listening to Prince music in the background. I'm going to close out with a bright and cheery track. Any closing thoughts or sentiments on you guys?
Just check us out. My personal Instagram is spiral_design_works. You can check out, that's my personal page, which also has all the Detroit Deviant stuff on it. We're probably going to end up doing another Instagram page just for the car stuff. But
okay.
And then I also have another Instagram, which is James_Clayman, CLAYMAN. which is my
This would be
ceramic
where
work
all
that
the
I do.
ghost references came from.
This is the
All
where
ghost
that
references.
inside joke comes
Yeah.
from. Okay,
so I have a
you
degree
make
in
pottery
ceramics
with
and
ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's badass.
So I spent the first 10 years out of college traveling around the country doing art fairs, like the Winter Park Art Festival kind of thing.
I would think like a little camera over you and a live thing would
Yeah,
just
yeah.
be explosive.
Yeah, so I did.
Just the top view of making.
So I just started
ceramics.
doing some working videos of me working and stuff. I actually hadn't made much in like 7 years. I just got my potter's wheel back out about 2 months ago and been kind of just making pieces for fun. I just made some pieces for Christmas gifts and stuff. So who knows where that's going to go, but it's kind of something that's in my blood. It's like riding a bike. So
It's unique.
you
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's fun to kind of get that creative outlet, with the clay. So
yeah.
So it's I'm a strange bird in that way because people are oh, you're doing ceramics, but then you like design metal stuff and machines, and it's there's a lot of
Magneto shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of creativeness going on.
Malibu Metal Man. Malibu Metal Man.
Yeah, we're like
Malibu Barbie. Okay. Malleable Barbie. Is that what
malleable?
I don't know.
Malleable.
Malleable Barbie.
I like malleable Barbies.
And you can always get me the Grinder Store on Instagram.
Cool.
And I'm on there relentlessly answering messages, pounding it out. So, and we like different stuff.
Challenges,
and to expand our capabilities.
Yeah.
Even with the tools that we have. And you never know what's possible.
Think outside of the box.
That's
then.
right.
Yep.
And we love working local too. It's nice to do either collaborative efforts or help support local industry, and that's worked well for us in the past.
Yeah,
and
no
in the
doubt.
future too. So.
No doubt. Well, like you said, your stuff is American made, so we need that.
So
we need that.
Just
We need more of that kind of stuff.
That's right.
And that's what we're all supposed to be here for. So anyway, that's what I thought.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but again,
I don't know.
all these precepts are all these bubbles are being burst. Anyway, but we are independent broadcasting, free. To you, if you have to pay for it in the future, that's going to be weird because we're not going to get any money.
Yeah,
so sounds like a lawsuit to me. Anyway, I am at Radio JB Web on Twitter, and we appreciate both of you guys coming in here.
Thank you very much.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, right.
The Reverend, be careful out there. Thank you, Mystery Baby, Scary Caller. I like Scary Baby the best.
Scary
kinda.
Baby.
Scary was
Nice,
fun, and I hope she's
Until her
okay.
dad came
I'm sure
in.
she'll be
Maybe
okay.
she'll call back in.
Anyway, this is a group out of the UK, actually kind of more of a solo, and it's an artist named Prep. Let me cue this up. Here you go. Dig it.
Books in my bag, threw a coin stop your shadow slipping down the hallway like a train that I can't catch. Let me sitting here the same as always. I always think too much, waiting to run till the rain comes down. Never get home if you don't strike out. I love you like you'll never know. Where do all those futures go? Waiting to run till the rain comes down. You never get home if you don't strike out. I've loved you like you'll never know. Where do all those futures go?
WJBW.
The electronics are so predominant that people would really prefer that.